مسافة بابا بترا داف ميم continuing from عمود بيت 11 lines down. Amara of Yehuda. Hi Matanta Timirta. Someone has a secret gift document. A document for a gift that was written secretly. Lo maghbiyan ba, you cannot collect the gift with it because it was written in secret. So you're gonna ask, what does that mean? Here we go. Good question. Hey, what does it mean, a secret gift? Marv Yosef. Narada is documented where the guy told the witnesses, go hide and write the document. Don't write it in public. When the guy did not tell the witnesses, go sit in public and write it. So first opinion says you should write it in private. Second opinion says he doesn't tell them to write it in public. So my bad, what's the difference? The difference between the two opinions is if the guy just handed him without saying anything. According to the first way, it's good because he didn't tell him to be secret. According to the second way, it's not good because he didn't tell them to publicize it. So what's going on with this secret document? This is, even though you can't collect with it, what's the problem with secret document? It looks shady. It looks like something's going on. You should not be writing it secretly. Therefore, it's obviously coming to avoid issues, and therefore you can't use it as a collecting document. So Rabbi says it does serve a purpose. What's the purpose? That if you want to use it to serve as a to cancel out something else, it can. So meaning, if let's say Reuven writes a secret document regarding giving this property to Yisachar, all of a sudden Levi comes the next day and forces him to sell it to him. Levi says, "Oh, look, I put the property. He forced me to sell it. He sold it to me." But Reuven knew that he was going to get forced to sell it. So what did he do? He had secretly written this quote unquote gift document to Yisachar. Yisachar can't collect it because it was written in secret. But what purpose does it serve? It blocks the sale to Levi. Levi tried to force him to do it. That's the secret document comes out and it blocks the sale so that he doesn't have to force him to sell. So that is it does count as a canceling for other documents that come out regarding this property. So yes, the guy who's on the receiving end of this present can't receive it, but it can serve other purposes. How did which Rabbi said that it works to cancel other documents? He didn't say it straight out, but we inferred from what he said. Because what happened? There was a guy who went to marry a woman. Amrullah, she told him, if you write all your property to me, meaning if you write all your property that should belong to me, then I'll marry you. All right, red flags galore. But if you don't give it to me, then I'm not going to marry you. He went and wrote all his property to her, head over heels. But then his oldest son from previous marriage came over to him and says, I told him, what about me? You just wrote all your property to her, but when you die, I'm not going to get anything. The father told witnesses, go and hide in every yamina, a certain place. When you write this document for the lady that should be given to her, write it in private, write it in private, and that way the properties will be given to her because it was a secret document. Sure enough, when his father died and the woman tried to get it, the son tried to get it, Rabbi told them, lo morkana v'lo morkana. The son doesn't get it, and the wife doesn't get it. So now, the reason why seemingly Manda has a people who saw this assume because it must be, like we said, that they had this secret document, and the secret document blocks other sales, including this woman. The one says, it's not a good proof. What happened? Really, over there, the reason why it blocked that document by the lady was because of the situation that was going on. It was obvious that he was trying to stop this lady from wiping him clean. He made his own prenup. But in general, when a person does give a document to someone else as a gift for a property, he wants him to acquire it. And in general, he doesn't want to have when someone's selling someone something else, he wants him to acquire it. But if he's writing a secret document, he obviously wants him to he does not want him to acquire it, otherwise he wouldn't have written it in secret. And therefore, that secret document does not block out clear-cut documents, like we said earlier. If I have a question. What if you wrote a stam document without specifying how you want it written? Ravina says, "Lo hashinan, you don't have to worry about being secret." Ravashi says it is considered a secret because you didn't publicize it. But halacha is you are concerned that it is a secret document and therefore you cannot collect. New Mishnah. Kol hazaka she'en me'imah ta'ana. We read this earlier. Hazaka. The guy's been there for 3 years without a claim that he bought it, etc. Ain't a hazaka. That's not a good claim. You can't keep it just because you're squatting. Can't say what does it mean. If the guy says to the occupier, what are you doing with my property? The occupier says, the squatter says, no one told me to get off. It's not a hazakah. You don't get squatting right just because you're sitting there. The only time the squatting helps you is if you say that you had bought it 3 years prior. The guy says, I'm here 3 years and you sold it to me. You gave it to me as a gift. Your father sold it to me. Your father gave me as a gift. That's a good claim. And he's been here for 3 years. It's a good hazakah. But if he comes inheritance, he doesn't need a proof. So meaning if the guy says, oh, his father passed away, and my father used it for 3 years, I don't have to prove that. Inheritance does not need proof. Obviously, if the guy doesn't have a claim, he just said he's squatted, and of course he doesn't get it. What's the hidush? Where it says, maybe this squatter guy did buy the property. And he had a document, he lost it. Now that he's saying that no one told him to get off was because he thought, he says maybe you might think that the guy lost his document, and maybe he's saying this, no one told me to get off because he's afraid that if he says he bought it, they'll say, show your document. Maybe I should just tell him maybe you might think that Bedin should ask him, hey, did you have a document and you lost it? Gemara says, like the Gemara says, maybe it's a concept that we have in the pasuk that you open up the mouth of a mute person. You help him out, you speak for him. Therefore, the Mishnah teaches you that Bedin did not help the guy out. The guy has to claim it on his own. One time a flood went through Rabbi Anan's property and it washed away the fences. He went to repair the damages and he accidentally put the fence a little bit into his neighbor's property, a little over the line. Where they told the rabbi, go return the fence to the original spot. The Gemara says, but I have a chazakah. Where it says, because the guy didn't stop me. Amarle, Kiman, what do you mean chazakah? Could it be Dibur Shmuel? According to these rabbis, the hold that when you do something against someone else's property, immediately it's a chazakah because they saw. We're not posek like them, therefore it's not a good chazakah. Amarle says back to them, but the guy was mochelet. He let me have it, but the fact that I put it there, because he came and he actually helped me rebuild the fence, and then only afterward he told me to move it. But the fact that he helped me build the fence shows I have a chazakah. He was mochelet. Mar says, no, he accidentally forgave you. Meaning, he tells you, when you put up this fence on this spot, if you would have known it wasn't your property, you wouldn't have put it there. And therefore, since that it doesn't count as you putting it there on purpose and acquiring the land, so to his mechila, by him not initially realizing that you put it too far, it's also not considered a chazakah. So yes, even though it looks like he was mochel, but it was a mochel by accident. Because then when he woke up a week later, he's like, whoa, why is it so far? I don't have space from a basketball court. Then obviously he was not mochel. Okay. A flood went through Rav Kahana's land, destroyed the fences, and he rebuilt the fence, and he accidentally put it on too far in. Same scenario. He went and brought 2 witnesses. He brought 2 witnesses to testify how far Rav Kahana brought the fences. So the first witness said that he brought in the fence 2 rows in, 2 rows too far, and the second opinion brought it in 3 rows too far. Amar later, Yudah told Rav Kahana, go and put back 2 out of the 3 rows, because both the opinions of the witnesses include 2, right? One guy says 2, one guy says 3. Between the 3, you have 2 also. Amar later, Kahana says, Kiman, who do you hold like this that it combines? Ki Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar. The Tanya Retta says, Amar Rashba says, לא נחלקו בשמיים בגלל שתי כתיבים שאחת אומרת מנה ואחת אומרת 200. שיש בכלל 200 מנה. Right, it's מחלוקת. Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel have a machloket regarding contradicting testimony, but they will agree that if two sets of witnesses, one set of witnesses say that you owe the guy $100, and one set of witnesses say you owe the guy $200, combined, even though they're arguing, but combined, they both can agree that you at least owe the guy $100. Aman Halko, where's the machloket regarding Bet Shammai Bet Hillel regarding contradicting witnesses? When you have one set of witnesses, let's say one witness says $100 and one witness says $200. Which might say no, not good testimony. They wouldn't agree. But Hillel would say no. If they're at least both agreeing on $100 out of the 200, it still counts. So Rajba would hold like Bet Hillel that even in one set of witnesses, you could take one and one and combine them for the minimum. So over here regarding the rows, one guy says 3 rows, one guy says 2 rows, the minimum is 2 rows. Amar Ravana says, oh, but I'll bring you a letter from Eretz Yisrael. They're not like Shimon Bazar. Amar Le says back to him, okay, go bring it and we'll discuss. Good. Right now, I'm posted like this. We're holding for Bishon Lazar that you can combine the witnesses. You say the halakha like them, and you have a letter that says not so. Bring it, and we'll talk about it in a minute.